Guys, we're live. We're live. Hi, everyone. I'm Nicki D, the poet, your favorite former shy girl. And you guys see this shirt? It's crazy because this shirt this design literally just turned one. If you know what poem this stanza is from, it says, "As long as justice is a dish served on the placemats of my brother's backs, we will never be free." So if you know what stanza this poem is from, drop it below. Drop it below. And I'm about to drop the commercial for my apparel while we wait for people to enter the room. Who knows her mission and fulfills her mission no matter what it may look like to others, no matter what society says about it, no matter who looks at her cross-eyed, no matter what doubters say in her head, no matter what the views look like, no matter what the comments looks like. A former shy girl is someone who I consider her like the caged bird who's been free, right? Someone who's been so bound and weighed down with the opinions of others for so long that when now that she knows who she is, now that she went through this whole self-love journey, now that she is sure of herself, now that she knows her mission, she doesn't let anyone or anybody stop her. And we're back. For those who don't know, I do have an apparel line called Nicki D Apparel. I basically just reiterates my message of self-love, which brings me to the topic of tonight because we're here to talk about self-love. First and foremost, if you're not following me, feel free to follow me on all social media platforms at Nicki D the Poet. She's right here on your screen, has my name, how you spell Nicki, and everything. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of why we are here today. So I wanted to hop on live because a lot of people was confused about a stanza of a slam poem that I posted last night. And I'm not going to post the poem. If you want to see the poem, you can definitely follow me on social media because it's on all of my social media platforms. So a lot of people was confused and like, oh, this is a slam poem and feel like you're coming at people, but you're supposed to be a self-love poet, and how can the two coexist, right? And I was talking to Ambition the Poet because I'm like, am I missing something here? Is it too much? And we began to have a conversation about the duality of the Black woman and how everybody feels as though the Black woman is supposed to fit into this box, right? There's like, you have to be one of the stereotypes or the other. You have to be on this self-love hill, herbalist journey, or you have to be on the other side, this fit the angry Black woman stereotype. They never give us a chance to be humanistic. What I mean by being humanistic, like, I feel like the problem with society and why we have cancel culture is because we make these people that's in the spotlight, we make these people with platforms to be idols. We put them up and we hold them to unrealistic standards. So when they do something that's human, like show some type of emotion or do something that is different than the norm, than the box that we put them in as society, is like, oh, now you're a fake, now you're a fraud, and you have to get canceled. When in reality, that person is being human. Like, take my books, for example. My books are not just about one topic. My books are not just happy-go-lucky all the time, because in reality, that isn't what the human experience is like. If I write a book that's nothing but happy poems, that's nothing But my life is full of joy. I have this perfect life. No one is going to be able to relate to me as a human, right? No one is going to be able to relate to me in my experience because there's no one that's walking the sun that has happy days every day. Even Jesus himself had some trying days because when he was alone, praying, like he was having some trying times. So if Jesus himself can have trying times, why can't us as human we have trying times? And it's very important for me to put that into my poetry because I want to make my poetry relatable to everyone, not just one audience, if that makes sense, right? Like no, like I said before, no one is going to believe that my life is perfect, that I never had a bad day. And that's why if you follow Nicki D the poet, if you're a part of the Shy Girl gang, I love you and thank you for rocking with me because y'all know, like, some days most days I am happy. Most days I am on the self love journey, and the word journey means like it had a beginning, but it doesn't necessarily have an end. Like I do believe that while we're here on this earth, like we're always going to be learning, we're always going to be growing, we're always going to be experiencing new things. And some parts of the journey that we call life are not pretty. So when I'm putting together these books, I cannot just write about the pretty aspects of my life because, first of all, who wants to read about that? We have to take this good and the bad and the ugly. And oftentimes, we live in a society that um, we live in a society that values hiding our imperfections. We live in a society that tells you, like, if you have a blemish, to put makeup on it. That when you see someone expressing their raw self and or embracing that natural beauty, that it comes as a shock because it's different than the norm. It's different than the norm. And the thing I don't like is we tend to box people in, especially artists. We tend to box artists in. Like how many times you see the behind the scenes that when a artist wants to go behind the norm, wants to go and venture into different music types, that they are hesitant about it because they feel as though they may lose audience, right? And artistically, I have been bound for so long. And I say this a lot. I have been. Okay, bye. Nolan, I'm live. Can you go do something? Bye.